December 2018, we held a conference at Nottingham Business School, where my group looked at the contemporary issue of modern employees, and my group came up with 4 pillars: technology, mentoring, flexible working and well-being, which are all important to the modern employee. We also argued that businesses need to be adaptable and competitive to meet the needs of the employee in the changing environment, and these 4 pillars we felt address this issue. From this event, the purpose of this video is to explore the benefits of mentoring to the individual, taken from the contemporary issue, whilst reflecting on my own experience, and then finally to reach an outcome for the future. The definition of mentoring I took from the CMI. The model used to reflect on this video was the Gibbs model, and this was shown in Appendix 1. I used this model as it allowed me to have a visual aid to write down and reflect on what happened, how I feel about it, an analysis of some literature, and finally some action points for the future. I chose mentoring as in my placement year I was not mentored, and it was not until I returned to university that I found out that a lot of my peers had mentoring, and they felt that it had benefited them greatly. I felt that by not having a mentor, I missed out on my growth and development whilst in the company, but also on helping me to decide on various career prospects. From information gathered from Deloitte back in December, it was discussed that mentoring improves graduate retention, was critical for success, and increased job satisfaction. On the other hand, it was found that 35% of employees who did not receive regular mentoring looked for a job within 12 months. Therefore, it can be argued that to develop and retain employees, mentoring should be offered by companies. In addition, a training journal about continuing professional development explained that mentoring is linked to skill development by practical learning from an experienced mentor, etc. From the clear benefits of mentoring, I decided to contact Hannah, Tom and Jess from my course, and I asked them about their experiences of mentoring. It was found that they were able to talk and to be supported by their mentor, and if they were struggling with the workload or not enjoying certain aspects of their job, they were able to talk to them. Although both Tom and Hannah's first rotation was a poor experience for them, with a lack of support given, their second rotation was a lot better as they got support that they needed. As a result of the feedback I received from my classmates, it was clear that having a mentor was very beneficial for them. Consequently, I feel that I had really missed out on this opportunity. In an article in the Harvard Business Review, it was argued that most companies offered mentoring, with the main benefit of this being from the experienced mentor advising and guiding the mentee, which then resulted in positive performance growth and career progression. However, they disputed that it was not just the lower-ranked employees who benefited from mentoring, but their study found that the CEOs of the business did. The majority of the CEOs within the study found that company performance improved, as well as benefiting their performance due to avoiding costly mistakes, etc. This study portrayed the huge benefit that mentoring has to the individual employee. In this case, it was the CEOs. Mentoring was detrimental to the development of the CEOs, and rather than going to train for a few weeks or months, they were able to learn practically. From this study, I contacted Simon Saxby, CEO of Leaf Expression Systems Ltd, and asked his opinion on mentoring. He explained that he has always had a mentor, and as a CEO, he felt they are no different and should always be continuously learning. As a result of talking to peers and to a CEO, I felt that having a mentor is very important to my growth and development at every stage of my career and life. However, Kumar and Blakebeard 2012 argued that there are a lot of articles on the positives of mentoring to the individual. They wanted to highlight the effects of negative mentoring for the individual, as it can be personally damaging for them. These negative impacts of mentoring included decreased job satisfaction, absenteeism, and increased stress. Therefore, this would not benefit the employee and shows that the organisation needs to ensure that they have the correct mentoring program in place in order to ensure mentoring positively benefits the individual. Additionally, it was disputed that mentoring can often lead to the procedure of the mentor ticking boxes for the mentee's development. This is instead of creating an authentic relationship, as for successful mentoring, they argue that there needs to be some basic chemistry and rapport between the mentor and the mentee. In their study, research found that without this relationship, mentees showed no difference in development compared to those not being mentored. As a result, it is important to focus on not only the training and skill focus within the workplace, but also the development of the mentee, i.e. character values, self-awareness, empathy, etc. This study supported Kumar and Blakebeard 2012 and shows that there is a downside to mentoring if the program is not carried out correctly. So therefore, I felt that it may have been beneficial for me to not have a mentor during my placement, as my company did not have an official mentoring program, and as proven in the studies discussed, I would not have benefited from this. There is no evidence or literature to suggest that without a mentor, I will be unsuccessful in life or in my career. My feedback at the end of my placement year from a manager was very positive, and he was happy with the work I had accomplished over the year. Therefore, from my own experience, no, I will not be unsuccessful without a mentor. However, we are actually immersed in a culture where, for example, in film, the main character tends to have someone they learn off, i.e. the mentor, to then become the hero of the story. Examples of this include Luke and Yoda, Iron Man and Spider-Man, and Steve Maguire and Will. Without their mentors, it can be argued that they wouldn't have been as successful as they were. In a video with Bill Gates, he said that it doesn't matter if you are a basketball player or a bridge player. Everyone needs a coach or a mentor to give us feedback, as this is how we improve and grow. From my own experience and from literature discussed, I concluded that although there are downsides to mentoring, the benefits of having a good mentor outweighs these. Literature shows that mentoring enables an individual to grow and develop themselves, and as from our group presentation in December, this was a very important aspect for a modern employee. As part of my degree, I am accredited by the Chartered Management Institute, and by being a member, they offer a mentoring program which I can sign up for, and it actually allows me to choose a mentor. I intend to use this membership to have a mentor after my final year of university, as from the literature discussed, I feel that it would help me grow and develop into a career